through. So we had a bit of a short trip yesterday, last week, and we've decided to do a bit of maintenance on the engine. We don't know what we're doing, so if you've got any feedback, let us know. We're also listening to the radio just to get us a feel like that we are on the boat, but it's not really working. So Aaron has removed the old fuel, which looks like that, which he beautifully described as looking like his nan's piss, or my nan's piss, which I've never seen, so I don't know. But this is the fresh. This is the fresh fuel.
You get in there, you can see it's all shitty at the bottom.
Yeah, so that is what happened. It's just, you can see all the crap at the bottom, and that's fresh fuel that we've just bought from Sudlesham Garage. So you can see it doesn't look very nice. So Aaron has drained all the fuel out.
Best I could from this pipe here.
From that pipe there. This is a Mercury 6 horsepower 4-stroke. So our plan is to now put a little bit more fresh fuel in to try and see if that will jiggle it around and clean it. I don't know how much to put in really, but that's probably
about right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Aaron's sort of built a little thing to put it on, and we've got a new spark plug and fuel filter.
That's right.
So right, what we're doing
now is I'm just tip it up slightly. As I say, I don't have any idea if I'm doing this right, if this is how you're supposed to do it, but it seemed to work a little bit earlier, so I'm going to do exactly the same again. Come around here.
Yep.
I'm going to take this back off. Let's see if I can get a little bit of fuel out. There it goes.
That looks quite clear actually.
Certainly a lot clearer than it was, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's probably, I think that was a good use of the fuel, to be honest. Just give it a little clean.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks a little bit yellower than it did, but not much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a good idea. So that's just, so you've just taken it off there. Okay, right, yeah.
So that's where you turn it on and the tank on and off.
Yeah.
So I've just moved the clip along slightly. Let's put that back on. Let's fix that back in.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's put that back on there then. So I've never done this before. I don't think it will take too long to do. I'll have a big bucket of water outside to
Test it on. So I saw Dave earlier, and they've repaired the winch that I broke, and he said to me not to worry about it, which made me feel a lot better. They've put a rev limiter on it to stop people over revving. I don't think I did that. And they put a big sign saying pay attention to what you're doing, which probably applies to me actually. In fact, I don't know why they didn't just say Adam, pay attention to what you're doing. But no, he's not bothered.
Good. Right.
So that's just a little clip on there.
That's just a little clip on there.
Okay, right. Right, so what we do now?
So I think we're going to go around to the fuel side first and see if we can change this fuel filter.
Yeah.
Now, I'll be honest, this was mainly...
Love and peace. Love and peace in your hat. Yeah, man.
Sorry, that's my wife being nosy. So I've been onto the internet and I have ordered these bits especially for this engine,
Right.
which I can we can show the details off if you wish. So literally just squeezing these together, wiggling them down. They are a bit tougher brownie to get off. So, as I say,
they're quite neat and tidy, those little clips though, aren't they?
First time I've ever done this, so I could just...
Needle nose pliers. So the pipes all look quite pliable and not like they're going to break.
Brittle or anything like that, no. I've watched other YouTube videos on this, and hopefully this is...
So this is the fuel filter.
This is a fuel filter.
Yeah, so weirdly, for a 4-stroke Mercury, there's no oil filter, which I don't really get, but...
I think it's because it's all sump, it sits in the sump.
Okay.
Right, so before we take this off, I believe
So
there should be a little arrow showing you which way it goes.
Right. So there's the
Which,
fat end's on the left though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, flow. Saying the flow's going this way.
Okay, so the fat end's on the left. It's flowing from right to left.
Does look a bit different, doesn't it, inside? I might try to open that in a minute.
Yeah.
See if we can actually see.
Well, is that green stuff inside it?
I think so.
Yeah.
If you look at the two together,
Yeah.
what does you can definitely smell the difference in that fuel.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think that's definitely worth doing then.
So the flow's going this way.
Yeah. As you can hear, it's quite windy at the moment, which is why we're not out on the boat. Also because our engine doesn't work, but it's quite windy. Hey?
That's fitted back in quite nicely, the first bit. Push that one in like so.
Cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
think that looks good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm going to come round to the spark plug. And this is something I know nothing about. Whoa! Know nothing about at all.
No.
Apart from the fact.
You need a socket
Do need a socket.
thing to get it in and out.
Have a quick look at this.
So the spark plug's here. If you just take this off. Thank you for purchasing from where? What was that? Outboard Spares Unlimited. Okay.
Oh, very good.
Thanks very much, Outboard Spares Unlimited.
I don't even know what I'm looking for, so I can't even say it looks the same because I don't know.
So there's a gap, isn't there? You have to have right, but hopefully that's already
I
preset.
presume that's already preset.
It looks all right to me.
It's nice and clean.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have to grease this up at all.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so because it's basically it's no. I don't think you have to grease it because if you put oil in it, it'll just burn it off.
I would have thought, don't I? Right, guess. This is a 16mm
Right.
socket. That's how I find it. Clutch don't work on me. Socket. Okay. Roughly work it out. Don't have any way of working out how tight that was, I'm afraid.
No.
I'm going to get oil piss out.
No, you shouldn't do. I don't think.
Let's just get a cloth under there just in case I do. Don't want that burning through forevermore, do we?
No.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. It'd be fuel based.
Might
Anyway,
be a
it?
little bit of fuel. That doesn't look too bad, does it? It's like, is the gap about the same? Looks about the same to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay.
Superb.
Yeah. Doesn't look too bad actually, does it?
No. Obviously, definitely don't want to cross-thread this.
No.
I'm going to go as far as I can with me fingers and then just nip it up, I guess. Don't think you need to ram it in too much.
No. I've never really had a torque wrench, have you?
No. I think I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah, no, that sounds fine to me.
My engineering skills go that far. I'll clip that back on. Okay.
So we've done fuel filter, spark plug. Now we just want to drain the oil.
We do. Right, let's see.
So this is where the oil obviously goes in.
Goes in, and this is where it comes out.
A little bit comes out there. Okay.
It has been suggested when you take it out, you have a look at the first bit to make sure there's no metal shavings in there.
Right.
What you're supposed to do if there is metal shavings in there, I don't know, but that's what's suggested.
Right. Is this what we're putting in? MP Sport Plus. Outboard 4-stroke engine oil. Complete marine protection. Suitable for all marine applications. Oh, there's a little washer on that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you put that then?
Presumably back in on the nut for the drain.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Quite know how well this
Do you want me to hold that?
Yeah, just hold it a minute. Okay, no. Just get it out of the way for a sec. I don't suppose it's going to pour out straight away. I think that's my spanner clutching. It is, yeah. Well, I think I might have to get a new wrench out of the box here. Because that hasn't been used in a long time. And that's not holding. Oh, that nut's going round. Did it say a 10mm? And that is a 10mm.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
It wouldn't be the other way around for any reason, would it?
I wouldn't have thought so.
No.
Let's have a look at my box of tricks and see if I can find something else. Last thing I want to do is damage it.
Yeah.
I want to open that door up slightly because that feels quite strong in there.
Yeah, I can feel it in my head now. Actually.
Yeah. We'll leave that open for a minute.
Yeah, when refueling, always have lots of ventilation.
Yeah.
Like we didn't have then. So not a 17mm that we needed for my oven yesterday.
No.
With a 10mm. Yeah, you got some big old spanners there, something, haven't you?
There's a few, yeah. I think we're going to be needing
What are
those
you
for
going
a
to
few
need
years.
them for? Is that when we've got the V12 twin inboard motors, yeah?
That's right. Box hasn't been opened in a long time.
What's those there?
11, 9, of course, 18.
It's always the last one you find.
Yeah. Always pre-prepared.
So that's a 16. That is a
Some of them are
12.
imperial.
12.
So if anything, it's going to be smaller. I'll get that, wouldn't it? Be a 9 or a... Well, there was a 9 here actually, a second. Quite a 9.
It's another
He's not
12.
filming at a minute.
Oh, you're going to be long, otherwise I'll walk over.
We're going to be a little bit longer. Is that alright?
Yeah, I'll walk over.
There's a 10.
Alright.
You wearing beers because I've got that to carry it.
Yeah, sure. Have you got a car here?
Yeah,
Have I got a what?
No.
I've got the car.
Yeah, I'll walk over with the dogs then.
Definitely not a 9.
Wednesday.
Definitely not a 9.
There's another 10 there.
Yes, darling.
Alright.
Yes, perfect.
My dry rope's in the caravan.
Do you want it?
No. I'll just freeze to death.
Have you taken that hat off since last night?
No.
No.
It's part of my hair now.
Ah, it's gone now. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
So,
Definitely was a 10.
yeah.
So let's have a. Not sure quite how You're supposed to
There's
do
nothing
this.
coming out. There's a
Not yet.
that's slightly worrying. And we just not got any oil in
No,
there.
there's definitely oil in here. Do you reckon how to undo the...
Did you open this to do the vacuum? Maybe
Let's get
take it all the way out first.
Okay.
Oh
Whoa,
yeah, there we go.
well, that's quite
Well done.
mucky, I would say. Would you?
Didn't see any spot. Well,
No.
I'd say that was pretty mucky actually.
Considering.
So how much do you reckon was in there?
I think it was 450 millilitres.
Right, 400. I think you're going to be about spot on there. It's about to stop.
Oh no, still going. It's 500 there. Which I think, according to manufacturers, that's a bit much.
Right.
Anyway, we've
That's
only got
probably
500 millilitres, so. Well, I guess ideally it's a bit gluggy now, look.
Yeah. Do you want me to wiggle it or something?
Um,
Or turn it over or something?
well, what they again suggested, you poured a little bit in and flushed it through, but I think that's up to.
That's 550, isn't it?
I'm probably holding it at a bit of an angle, if I'm honest. Maybe it was too much in there, because it's one thing we didn't check. I've never put any more or any less in here.
Well, I think I checked it when I was trying to start
Yeah, I
it
think so,
first.
yeah.
Yeah.
I could have just been a bit too much in there to begin with.
Well, that's potentially.
Is it worth you pouring just a tiny bit of the new in?
Yeah. Right. Oops, upside down. Right, I'm just going to pour a bit of this fresh stuff. How much do you think?
A couple of glugs.
Bit any clearer?
A little. Yeah, it is, yeah. Definitely is.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll wait for that to stop then and fill her up.
Oh yeah, that is clearer, isn't it?
Yeah,
I can
you can
see
see it,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I want to take this nut off, and there was another nut on the side, sorry, a washer,
yeah.
on the side of that packet. Just
Yeah.
check they are the same
Yeah.
size. Yeah, it's a lot clearer now. I'm sure they are. They seem to be knowing what they were doing. Yeah. To be honest. Yeah, it's a lot clearer.
So was this a kit then, do you think?
It just came like that with the.
Yeah.
No, this was, I bought these all separate.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I can do this without dripping oil everywhere.
Do you want me to
I'm quite adapt
cloth
to
it? Do
sort
you
of.
want me to take that out?
Just don't want to drip it all over the place on the floor. They're quite good fingers for doing things up, to be fair. All my years of being a plumber.
Cloths there.
Let's give that a little bit of a little tighten up again. Don't want to.
Yeah.
It's quite.
It's pretty horrible actually, isn't it?
Isn't it?
That's not Nan's piss, that's
Grandad's gravy.
Grandad's gravy. Yeah, not sure if I can make this as suitable for children, this video.
Now, I don't know how much to tighten up, and I'll be fair, I'd prefer it leaked than us to over tighten it.
Right.
So I think we're going to leave it where it is.
Yeah, alright.
Okay.
You just gave it a little squeeze, that's enough,
Yeah.
isn't it?
All
I
right.
don't know how strong your fingers are.
Extremely.
As
Extremely
David Mitchell says, his hands are extremely strong, he's found to his cost. Which I still don't quite understand. Right, so
Get the rest of the oil in.
rest of the oil.
So I believe it works out that I think we want somewhere in the region of 450 millilitres.
Even though we've taken 500 and something out. But I suppose
So,
if the oil
I would say
if the oil has got full of crap, it's going to get bigger, isn't it?
I don't know.
Because it's not like going to be. I don't know.
So this has got a measure on the side of it, and this is saying to me we're kind of somewhere in the region of 450 and a little bit.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
So I just poured in a couple of glugs, which is, yeah.
So maybe if we just literally leave a little dribble in the bottom of the bottle,
yeah,
and then keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. So what's this funnel normally used for? Ice and sugar or something?
Yeah. My wife kindly donated it today.
Can't see anything leaking out, so I think it's tight enough at the bottom.
Probably when it gets a bit more pressure in it. Look, about 200 still to go.
Yeah.
So maybe another 150-ish.
UK oil, eh? Job. This isn't tranny fluid then?
No. I think a bit more. But we should be able to read it on. But there is a dipstick there, but there's a dipstick pouring the oil in as well.
So when Aaron was researching this, he kept coming up with results for tranny fluid, which is slightly worrying because I don't know if this is cross-referenced in with previous Google
Internet
searches. But this obviously isn't a tranny, which I think stands for transmission. It might be something else.
See if we get a measure on it. How it works.
Yeah. Well, just open that up again so we don't choke on our own fumes.
And that's kind of at the top end here. I don't know if you can see that. It's like this second mark
Yeah, it's
here.
about right then, isn't it?
So I would have thought that's about right.
Yeah, okay, let's leave it like that then.
Okay.
So that's it then, we're done.
Yeah, I haven't gone into anything else. There are grease nipples as well that
Right.
we'll look at a later date. There's enough going on for just working these out. And there's also this bit here apparently holds oil as well, which you can drain out and redo. But that's every sort of couple of 100 hours, I
right.
believe.
Right.
So let's I'll put a bit more, put some fresh fuel in.
See if the flipping
Get it
thing
over to the bucket
works.
and give it a go. Fingers
Yeah.
crossed, eh?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.